Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Beyond the Summit Southeast Asia coverage here. We are live from the studio. I'm LD, and I am joined here by my buddy WinteR. How you doing, buddy?
I am very well, my friend.
Are you well rested? Are you excited?
No, I'm very tired. Just came home from gym.
Ah, there you go. Glad to hear it. Are you looking forward to a quadruple dieback, WinteR?
No, but I'm looking forward to Aegis Steel. I just saw Aegis Steel from Wuxi.
Okay, let's see if we get something good here, folks. So we're gonna hop into the draft right away. This is Mineski versus Who2Bet, and you can see the picks have just begun. Of course, all matches are single elimination, best of 3 until the grand final. So if you're wondering where we are in the bracket, I will show you that very quickly. Just calm down, calm down. All right, so you can see the winner of this will play TNC, who did win their first match versus Signature Rejects. So looking good there. And of course, the top 4 teams are in the money. So you just need to win 2 best of 3s. You're guaranteed $1,000. You win.
Dude,
extra
Singapore
match.
rejects. Singapore
money.
rejects.
Oh,
not
sorry.
Signature
Singapore.
rejects.
Singapore. I am still drinking my coffee, WinteR. Thank you.
I forgive you, but I'm not sure if the fans would forgive you.
No, not now that you called me out, they won't. They would have otherwise, but yeah. So the draft's underway now. Of course, we've got Mineski with a lot of familiar faces. You know, I will say one thing is that these players tend to stick around the team. So they leave, they come back, but they never leave for long. Ryo, Jules, Jesse Vash, a lot of fan favorites here on the Mineski squad. And well, what can you tell me about Who2Bet, WinteR? I know they're Malaysian, but I don't really know much beyond that.
They are like, it's kind of hard to explain. Their team is like sponsored by one of our friends, one of Mushi's friends. He sort of supports the team, and they run a website, Who2Bet. And this team are all like pub players. They made a team together, and recently Johnny returned to the team. This is the team where Johnny started playing competitive with, and now he's back together with the team. He's the drafter. Who2Bet Kawaii is Johnny. And X Nova is a rising Malaysian young player. As I know, he's been doing pretty well in the amateur scene recently.
Okay, I didn't realize that was Johnny, man. It's impossible with the name changes. These guys are killing me.
That's why you have me here to help you out.
Yes,
dude.
you are my main man. All right, so looking at the draft, everything pretty standard, really. Nothing too unusual as far as the bands or the picks go. Anything unusual that you think we might see moving forward?
Dire team pick.
Probably not. I think it's just gonna be very standard games. Like I mentioned yesterday, every series will have their own meta. Different teams prioritizing different heroes, but all in all, I think the heroes won't deviate too much. Just different teams having different priorities.
Okay. Rubik now picked up by Who2Bet, so some good spells to steal. Obviously, Lena's stun is great with the lift to set it up and the lack of a cast animation. Of course, Laguna, fantastic. All of Wyvern's spells pretty good, especially the Cold Embrace and the ultimate. Mineski will go into a Spirit Breaker here, so pretty aggressive face rush. They have some ways to cancel this with the lift and the snowball, but what are you thinking here, WinteR? Are you liking this this Rubik Tusk duo so far?
I actually like Lina Spirit Breaker more, and I am a fan of Wyvern. I think Wyvern is very fun to play, and Lina plus Spirit Breaker is a lot of aggressive power. So I like being aggressive in the current patch. I think being aggressive rewards you more than being defensive, in my opinion. So I prefer the Lina plus Spirit Breaker more towards compared to the Tusk and Rubik.
Okay. Yeah, so offlane Tusk most likely, do you think, or is there any chance of a support here?
Might be a support Tusk though, but yeah, the Disruptor would obviously solidify that the Tusk is actually a offlaner, and Rubik plus Disruptor would be their support duo. It's a good way of dealing with the Spirit Breaker, with the Glimpse, but you don't really see Disruptor that often because he's not very good in the lane, and Spirit Breaker plus like some durable hero make a laning phase for the Disruptor very hard to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it does make the charge pretty useless if they have any vision, but beyond that, like you're saying, it's not there's not that much damage output from these supports.
Yeah,
really.
it's I don't really like Rubik plus Disruptor as your support duo. I mean, there's a lot of disables that the Lift and the Glimpse, but they don't have, like you mentioned, damage in between both of them. Unlike if you go for a Rubik plus Lina or something else. Rubik plus Disruptor is very utility based. There are a lot of they are disables. They are more of supporting, helping the team get kills. So the last hero that Who2Bet wants to pick has to be able to deal a lot of damage for the team to make up with the lack of damage with the first 4 picks.
Ah, the Ember Spirit coming out now for Mineski. You know, I just realized Trolly is Jay. And I think Jay has more nicknames now than Momoya, WinteR.
Good, he's been using Trolly for quite some time.
Remaining.
Alright, well, I haven't cast him in a while then. Trolly, Bimbo, Jay. I know he's had other ones that I've cast him on before. This guy, he must have had 5 or 6 nicknames in the past.
He has one more, Bimboker, because he likes Invoker.
Yeah, Bimbo and Bimboker. Okay, so... Well, Ember Spirit picked up now. Disruptor, pretty good at dealing with him generally.
10
but
seconds remaining.
doesn't seem like they have a whole lot else beyond that unless their Queen of Pain gets an Orchid.
5 seconds remaining.
But then again, the draft seems to feel like I don't really think they'll pick the Whiz though. It doesn't. I feel like they would actually pick a more face rush type of, because Whiz is like you want a split push, sort of like a split push, and what Mineski have right now is more to I want to just go into your face and kill you. So I don't really feel like they would actually pick the Whiz here in this situation.
Team pick.
Ah, the Storm Ban.
I feel something that could be very good for them is like the Undying, Spirit Breaker, and Ember Spirit. They just run into you and you just okay.
And who's gonna kill the Tombstone? You have Rubik Disruptor. Like these heroes have no damage.
Their last pick has to do a lot of things. So well, let's see. Look at the carries. Anti-Mage is someone that can do a lot of lifting and damage, but he takes very long time to come online. And against what Mineski have, I'm not sure if it's a very good pick, because Lina, if you play Lina as a core mid, Ember and Spirit Breaker, they would actually bring the pace of the game would be very, very fast, because it's a very, when you look at TI, CDAC runs this sort of lineup a lot, and the game is very fast. It's very fast paced. Anti-Mage is a slow paced hero.
I also have good solutions for Anti-Mage. Even if it goes late here, you've got the Pure Damage Laguna Blade, which really hurts. The Wyvern Ultimate, Spirit Breaker Lockdown.
I'm really liking the Undying here for Mineski. See what else is a tanky 2-1-2 lane partner for Spirit Breaker.
Jakiro.
Jakiro. I don't really like the 2-headed dragon, but it could work. But it's just that you're gonna give Rubik one more very big spell, useful spell to steal. I don't really like that, but that's just me. It could still help the Spirit Breaker dominate the anti-mage, like trouble the anti-mage lane and give him a hard time on farming.
Oh boy, the Broodmother pocket pick coming out for Jules.
Let's see. It's actually going to relegate, obviously, the Spirit Breaker to Ryo is actually playing support. Okay, so they're going to relegate the Spirit Breaker to a support position, I'd say. So Lina would be safe lane. Wait, no. I remember Cuckoo is playing support on this team. So
it's a core Spirit Breaker Broodmother Ember?
That's weird though. That's really weird.
Are you sure? I think it's a core Lina.
Yeah, I know Lina is...
Maybe they're going to swap. Maybe they're going to swap.
I'm thinking Lina is a core, but I remember watching their game, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Cuckoo was playing support on this team.
10 seconds.
It seems like a really good game to run a core Lina as well, with the anti-mage.
No reason not to run a core Lina against...
Are they going to swap?
Watching.
Let's see. The moment of truth.
No, Lina is...
core Lina.
So Ryo is actually playing support this
So they're changing up the roles then? That's interesting.
Yeah, but they just they just made this new roster, so probably they're still testing and trying out different roles until they find the most suitable role placements in their team.
I'm excited. I don't think I've even cast Mineski in God, I don't think I've cast them
years.
since months before TI5.
You haven't casted Sea Dota for 10 years.
10 years? No, that's not true. I cast. Oh no, I didn't do the qualifiers. That's right. At the hub,
years.
I did China and Europe. I didn't do SCA.
No excuses. 10 years. You've been away for 10 years.
All right, I'm working on it, man. Jules and Jay reunited. For me, I haven't seen them together in a while, so this brings me back to my original days when I first started casting.
30 seconds.
And Dota 1, Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3, Dota 1. So on the Radiant side, we have the Up and Rising Malaysian team, Who2Bet. We have Andy on the Tusk. We have... I don't really know most of them. I know Andy and X Nova and Johnny. So Johnny will be playing the Disruptor, support Disruptor, QJ on the Rubik, Sylvia on the mid Queen of Pain, and lastly we have Johnny. Johnny is actually playing Anti-Mage. I got it wrong. Johnny is not playing Disruptor. Johnny is Anti-Mage and X-Noah is playing the Disruptor.
See, even you get thrown off by the names.
Damn, I'm actually more used to Johnny playing support.
Yeah, that's true. He normally
I
does
don't
play
really
support.
like when he plays. I think he's better fitted to play a support position. That's being his ex-teammate. I know he plays very good, a good support position.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell him that you flamed his carry, so.
No! Please, no!
All right. On the dire side, we've got Team Mineski. Jules will be handling the Broodmother. Cuckoo will be on the Coralina, headed towards the mid lane. Ryo going to be playing the Spirit Breaker. We've got Mr. Bimbo, Trolly, Bimboker, Jay, whatever you want to call him, on the Ember Spirit, and that does leave Jesse Vash, my boy, on the Winter Wyvern.
Why is he your boy?
I don't know. I've just been casting him for a long time, and he hasn't changed his name, which I really like. He's consistent, you know? He's got the one name.
He did change a little. He was like Vash, and I guess Vash and Jesse Vash.
Yeah, I guess he did for a little. That's not as bad as some of the name changes, though.
But overall, I like Mineski's. I think Mineski has a much better draft this game. The last week, Broodmother was something I didn't expect, but it's really good in this situation. A lot of pressure, and I don't think Rubik and Disruptor are very good supports to dealing with the Brood. And when the Brood gets, I think like level 3, level 4, it's going to be hard for them to deal with. And their lineup has a support Spirit Breaker, which can be 24/7 anytime assisting the Broodmother. So I think the Broodmother has a very good chance of just destroying the game.
All right. I would agree with you there. And generally, if it's a 5th pick Brood, I think like 9 times out of 10, that's what I say, because generally you don't pick it if it's not going to destroy. Which is,
true. I agree.
The cool thing about the pocket Brood picks.
Broodmother is like one of those heroes where you pick at the 4th junction or the last pick, and your opponent goes like, oh damn, we actually forgotten about that hero.
Yeah, hey, happens even to the mighty Peter Pan Dam, so you know it can be a scary pick.
Yeah, it's like, I don't really think they forgot, because if you look at Mineski's first 4 picks, you're kind of expecting like Spirit Breaker to be the offlaner, and it just slips your mind that they might actually pick a Brood because you are not expecting it. So it's kind of hard for Who2Bet this game to actually feel. I mean, it's not all their fault though. I think there's a lot of elements that influences whether the opponent wants to pick a Brood, or can they even pick a Brood still at the last pick.
You know, the funny, it's interesting. As I say that, I went to look up the win rate for Broodmother, and even though you'd think like this is normally a pocket pick that comes out late in the draft, Brood is 55 and 54 and 6.84, so she's 50% win rate. So that's even though the hero's always like a last pick or usually a last pick, still doesn't have a great win rate.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the data you have, it's not concrete enough in the sense that it has a large, if you look at every team that's playing Brood, I don't think it will give you an accurate percentage. You have to look at all the better teams that are using Brood. If all the better teams are winning constantly when they're picking it at 4th or 5th pick, then you know Broodmother is really strong at 4th or 5th pick, instead of just, it's 50% win rate overall in general.
So you're saying the new players are messing up the stats?
Okay, I mean,
I'm kidding with you. Relax. It's okay.
Yeah, that's sort of what I mean, but I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but it's just the statistics in general might not be accurate.
So for those of you just joining us, guys, this is game 1. We're waiting on Sylvie currently. He's got a blue screen. I'm not sure if there's an ETA here, but WinteR, what's new with you, man? People are saying you might be the Fnatic coach. They saw you on the roster. There was a Reddit thread about it.
Why do you have to talk about that? Can we skip?
Okay. I'm just making conversation. I'm not the one who made the Reddit thread.
You can make a conversation by saying, how was your dinner? How was your
dinner, WinteR?
How is your girlfriend? Okay, I don't have a girlfriend.
How's your girlfriend?
How is your blah, 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 whatever.
How's your blah, 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 whatever? Okay. You've been saved by the unpause this time, but next time you might not be so lucky.
There won't be a next time, my friend.
Oh, jeez. Your short-lived addition to BTS. That's already over. All right, well, we'll enjoy your last cast while we can. Jesse Vash now going to move down to the river. We get underway as Sylvie will grab the top rune, bounty rune for the Quap, and a bounty rune for Mr. Cuckoo, although Jules doing his best to secure that one for his teammate. We'll see Johnny now moving down towards the bottom lane, so it is going to be an anti-mage here, and it looks like the Disruptor will join him. Anti-mage Disruptor versus a Broodwinter. This is not going to be easy.
Not going to be easy is an understatement. This is going to be hard.
What? Uh-oh. Courier. Are we going to see a Courier snipe here? Wyvern does have the Arctic Bird. It's just a bit too late, though.
It was a nice idea, though.
Yeah. I remember when we first started really seeing this hero come into play like 3 or 4 months ago. I think it was Suniko who would do it very often. The stun Sylvie mid lane does have the blink to get back, but being harassed early, this Lina, known for her punishing laning stage, and early on trying to harass him quite a bit.
So they actually didn't bring... That's weird, they didn't bring sentries off.
To where? For the Brood? WinteR? I think we lost him for a moment. Hopefully he'll be back. In the meanwhile, we're going to see Jesse Vash rotating now towards the top side of the map. There is a Radiant Ward giving them some vision of this, and well, it's not really the easiest dive. He does drop the lane ward down. They might notice here as Lina goes for the stun in the mid lane. It's going to miss. Sylvie committing. Cuckoo still has the nuke, and he's going to completely go in for this, and with the miss stun, he will end up going down. Had he hit it, should have been the kill. Instead, QJ able to turn it. So the first blood going the way of Who2Bet. Jesse Vash now rotating in, looking for the counter kill, and QJ don't think he quite has the firepower here, though. He's trying for it with the uphill miss on the Arctic Bird. It's not going to be enough. Sylvie even walking back in, looking to trade, but unsuccessful there. So when the dust settles, Who2Bet coming out on top. Cuckoo just caught out a bit too far across the river, and he does get punished. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Jules, just barely escaping with his life. They did plant down the sentry ward, and let's see, does Jules have any sentries of his own? Nothing yet to D-ward. Something we may see him pick up in the near future. Let's see if we can get WinteR back here on the call. So just a moment, and Jules again with another Thunderstrike coming out. One more auto attack should do him in. Jules is down. This might cause Johnny, though, trapped in the trees. The creep's giving vision to the tower. He's got a tango. Blink out. Blink out. There you go. Barely making it out of the nick of time. And welcome back, WinteR.
I did not expect the Brood. I think not having a sentry is a big deal, though, as a Brood in this type of situation. I expect him to have sentries most of the time. I think almost every game you see Brood pick up at TI, you always have sentries on the Broodmother. If he didn't have the vision there, they wouldn't be able to kill him.
Yeah, and even if it's the supports like pulling him as sentry, it is very unusual. And the other thing is you can even use the spider lanes to kill their sentry.
They even have sentries on, like, Spirit Breaker used one sentries on top lane. They could have like just left the other one for the Brood. It's very uncommon not to have one on Brood. But nevertheless, he's getting still good experience. He's close to level 4, and this is the time where the lane is going to get very tough for the anti-mage and disruptor. The Rubik has to come back and help them.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is even though they get that early kill, like you're saying, as soon as Brood gets level 3 and ideally up to level 5, the lane is just so difficult, especially for the support disruptor.
Yeah, and he has level 5 and soaring. That's like the biggest point where it becomes very troublesome to deal with.
Oh, Sylvie mid lane almost solo kill with the beautiful bait. QJ gonna throw him back. Well, not enough damage to actually get a kill, so not the best bait. But meanwhile, while that was going on, 1-for-1 exchange top lane. Jay will get a kill on the Tusk, but it costs him his life in the end, so at least getting the experience. Cuckoo now moving towards the top rune. He is going to get the stun off. He has the slave, and down goes Sylvie. A flurry of exchanges here mid lane. Just constant back and forth. Even Andy TPing in mid.
Yeah, he's not getting too much experience on the off lane. He was just level 2, and like you mentioned, the trade before that he didn't get experience. Ember killed him first, so it wasn't a major loss for Mineski there, even though their carry died.
And you see Bimbo does have the level 3 Flame Guard available now, so a lot of damage he can bring to bear. And
this is the point where the Spirit Breaker would be looking to help the Broodmother's lane to get 1 kill anytime soon. The Broodmother is at a very good position. Level 5 has a lot of spiders and has her soaring completed. And he's going to TP it out towards bottom first, so he's going to gank anytime soon.
They do have a ward in the area, depending on the
They
angle
don't
of the
see it.
charge. May see
He's
this.
gonna come from the lane, I think.
Yeah, if he runs down the lane, they won't see it coming. But, well, maybe under the tower. No, there's the bash on Johnny. Follow-up nuke. Jules doesn't have the mana. The Soul Rain's cooling down for 2 seconds, and he blinks away.
Didn't wait for the Soul Ring though. I think it was just miscommunication from the teammates. You have to wait. It was a sure kill if he waited for the Soul Ring.
Well, and good news for them. They're getting the Spiderling army going here, and Jules will begin to push.
Another sentry comes down from the Spirit Breaker onto the lane, so this would actually help the Spider, the Broodmother a lot. And sometimes you even see the Brood players, you know, you actually even get a second set of sentries later into the lane. It's very, I think it's sort of a necessity to have sentries on the Brood herself.
And Lena has hit level 6 here as well, so potential for a kill on Sylvie, who actually got the first kill on the Lena, but it's kind of better to get that second one because the extra experience will pick up.
And now looking at the lane, Cuckoo has enough mana. Yeah, if he lands a stun on the corpse, she can just instantly burst her down. So,
and even if you just slave her, it's not enough to kill her on its own, but it's enough to scare her back because she's got to bottle up. And
this lane is very, very tricky for Queen of Pain once she dies even one time to the Lena.
Yeah, maybe where QJ will look to get active. He was mid earlier, kind of camping it out. For now, does rotate towards the top side of the map. And Bimbo will hit level 6 here. Curious to see if he looks to move around. For now, he has the bottle. It is about to be the 6-minute rune spawn, and he's heading that way. Do they look to contest this one? They bring in QJ.
Can they kill him is the biggest thing. Level 4 Tusk and level 3 Rubik.
While I'm watching this, the Disruptor does get picked up bottom lane. Snowballs there. Sylvie throwing out the ultimate. Bimbo remnant away. He didn't have one up in the top lane. One more auto tech. He tries to remnant back again. The last auto tech gets the kill, and while that was happening, they also find a kill on the Disruptor bottom as Jules really starts to flex his muscles here.
That was really something that you don't see on a lot of the safer players. Jules is just, sorry, not Jules. Bimbo was just very risky there, where he didn't put a spirit behind him before he ran to the root. And the ward, you know, they have a ward behind the tower at top, so they could actually see there was no hero. There was no heroes around there, so they're probably coming to the rune.
I think Who2Bet should have some idea there's a... Oh, hold on. Bimbo's on the move. He's jumping in. He doesn't have any points as of yet in the Sleight of Fist, but he doesn't need it. He just gets on top of him with the Remnant, throws out the chains. That's the first kill. Now looking for Sylvie. Laguna Blade's at the ready. He can almost just throw it off right now and get the kill on its own. Snowballing through 2 heroes, but Cuckoo just turning with the slave. He needs the Laguna quickly before they bring him down. He's going to stick up, tries to turn, finds the stun. Bimbo's back into the fray. They have that Laguna. They're still holding it, just waiting for someone to get low. He's so close to finding this kill. There's the Laguna, but not enough damage. QJ, in the end, will end up being the target instead as the Queen of Pain blinks out. Trolley dropping down. He doesn't drop a remnant before falling. And now Ryo, the man on the run, very tanky. I don't think a Mana Void's going to do it on its own. But, oh, there's the stun. Turn. Bash doesn't even need it. Easy takedown. Oh, my. And meanwhile, Broodmother Dota bottom lane.
Broodmother things, you know. And this is the type of game I feel... For the Ember, I would actually strongly consider getting an early boost of travel. And now Cuckoo is going to steal the stack here. I think salt to the injury there towards what they have already accomplished towards Who2Bet, killing the cause, the anti-mage, and stealing their stack. That was a really good rune for Cuckoo to have, the regen rune.
Yeah, definitely made the difference there. He will completely take down a stack. Now gets the phase boots. This is where Lena gets very mobile, and with this bottom tower taken down, WinteR, it seems the Radiant jungle is no longer safe for the anti-mage. This is a no-fly zone now.
Top lane, they're gonna get the Tusk. He's dead. This is looking very, very bad for Who2Bet.
Getting aggressive Cuckoo is off in the Radiant jungle. He throws out a stun. He has the Laguna Blade at the ready. He throws on the anti-mage, but there's no Aghanim's just yet. That's not going to be enough for the kill. And now we'll have another blue screen. Rather unfortunate. Who2Bet.
Playing at some LAN cafe. You don't really get blue screen that often at home. It's very rare. It always happens when you're at the LAN cafe in Malaysia.
Yeah, is it just the older PCs or?
I think it's usually it happens because of a server problems. It's not about the PCs being old or not. Like sometimes the LAN cafe servers, they have issues when it usually happens a lot when there's a huge patch on that day. So when you're playing at the LAN cafe, you have a very high chance of getting blue screens because there's a huge patch and they didn't really updated their files yet.
Oh, and everyone's sharing the one internet connection
Yeah,
for. Yeah.
not only that, it's not about the internet connection. It's because the way they run the servers is every PC is diskless, so every PC is connected to the server. And if you haven't updated your main servers, everyone is trying to update. Then the server becomes unstable. Then certain random PCs would crash.
Oh, do they use like virtual machines? Like there's not like a
Uh,
separate desktop for each PC at the LAN cafe?
no, it's like I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's diskless basically. I don't know if you understand what is diskless. So they are basically running everything on the servers and
Yeah,
every
yeah,
PC.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to go to the LAN cafe once if
That's
I
why
ever
I'm
come to
telling you
SCA.
to come here. You're always refused, and nah, I'm too busy. I have too much emails to reply. Blah blah blah. I have a date to go to. I have too much work that I haven't got done. So I'm used to it.
I'm an abusive casting friend. What could I say? I'm withholding affection, WinteR.
Okay, so the Broodmother has her Midas affection now. Completes the Midas. Actually, not completes, but has the recipe. And 300 gold shot for the Midas. So things are definitely looking very, very good for Mineski right now.
And honestly, I don't even think Who2Bet have late game the way the draft is constructed.
Their late game is like they have late game, but their late game won't come in time. I mean, I think that's a better explanation because he needs way too long to come online, and Mineski's like peak in their draft comes like around 20, 15, even at 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, they are very strong. So anti-mage is like strong obviously after 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how well he farms in the early game. And as of now, we know AM is not farming well, so I would have to stretch that back to at least 40 minutes until the AM comes online, unless something drastic happens in the middle of the game. He gets like so many kills that it speeds up his farm a lot. But otherwise, if the game goes normally, but it's a Southeast Asian game, so who knows?
I like that disclaimer there at the end.
Yeah, I mean anything can happen, like we saw yesterday. Oh, you get the Aegis, they're gonna win the game. Okay, apparently you're not gonna win when you have the Aegis.
Well, apparently, if you quadruple dieback when you've got 2 lanes of racks, you can lose the game of Dota 2. Dota's a hard game, man. It really is.
It's just like in Southeast Asia, there are not enough. I think we talked about this yesterday. There are not enough like good teams because no one is there to lead the team and to make the team discipline. They're all good players. It's just they overextend. They're so disciplined when they play. They just dive in too deep when they shouldn't. They get an advantage and
They need a commander. They need a commander.
Yeah, they need someone to hold them on a leash. It's like this giant dinosaur running around without a cage.
I don't know if you can put a leash on a dinosaur, WinteR. I'm not sure if they would really listen.
Put a huge cage. Okay. They would listen to the dinosaur trainer, Jurassic Park. Chris Pratt. They need someone like Chris Pratt on the team.
You like Chris Pratt? Are you a big fan of what's the show, Parks and Rec?
The other one, I actually like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie. I enjoy it. It's very clowny though.
That song keeps repeating itself in my mind after I watch that movie.
Do you want to sing it for the viewers?
No, everyone would die. I better not.
Are you not a talented vocal artist?
No. I'm very honest about what I can do and what I can't do, so I would say no.
Okay, at least you're
But
honest.
I know someone who can sing very well.
Oh, who's that?
Larry David.
Well, I could sing better than Gods, though I'm not sure that really counts for much.
But I guess Dakota is the best singer, right? At the house.
I don't know. I'm not sure if he's a good singer. I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah, it sort of comes hand in hand, right? Being able to sing and being able to.
We're gonna have acting class when you come here, my friend. Dakota will be training us in the fine arts.
And how shall we be using our newfound talent after that?
For funny YouTube videos.
For funny YouTube videos. I
Yes.
thought you were gonna use it.
We have a high purpose.
Can we do it for some funny panel session instead?
Yes, absolutely. That's half the fun. We'll do everything as musical theater. That's the new plan.
You better keep your promise, dude.
Which promise?
This promise.
I make so many and I break so few. Hey, did you get a Muggernaut, by the way, at TI?
What?
The Muggernaut?
Oh no, I didn't get that.
It looks so awesome, but it's not very practical. Like the lip of the container is weird. It's too thick.
But you don't use it because it's practical. You just use it because you support Dota and you support esports.
I do use it, but I'm just saying it's not practical.
So you're just merely complaining about it being not practical.
I'm just sad that it's not. You can't wash it in the dishwasher either. And I don't trust hand cleaning. I have an OCD thing about it. Like I'll wash something by hand thoroughly, scrub it, but then I'm like, but the sponge is probably dirty.
I have bad news for you. I washed all my plates when I was using them at the house.
Oh god, dude, we have a dishwasher.
Yeah, but I don't wash just one plate after I use it in the dishwasher. I just wash it myself.
No, but the dishwasher is actually better for the environment, dude. It's more efficient. You know how much water you waste when you hand wash?
Okay, we have a game.
Oh, back underway now. We've got Jules in the bottom lane. He's pushing things in, as you mentioned. The Midas recipe is inbound. Top lane also being pressured quite a bit here. The Tusk having already gone down, and Arlena also having died deep behind enemy lines. Was trying to steal the stack there, I believe. Already got the first stack, so still did some economic damage. As Jules will set up shop here, and now the question is, WinteR, can they evict Jules from the Radiant jungle, or is this Broodmother just going to be an unwelcome tenant?
Until the Disruptor gets his boots first. Okay, glimpse. Oh, he
glimpses him back to where he was originally. Cuckoo getting completely caught out. This is a devastating takedown if there's not more backup inbound. He doesn't have a Laguna Blade Ball. They can't quite finish him off. He survives that? Well, Ryo, he goes in deep as well. He gets the auto attacks off. He gets the kill. Close call. Rubik in the end gets the trade, though.
Space created. Now two lanes.
I can't believe that. So he respawns, he instantly TPs mid, and then the last place he was when the glimpses procced is where he was before he died.
That's like instant because TP is 3 seconds and glimpse is like 4 seconds before. So that was like
so be in a bit of trouble here. Bimbo not going to commit for that one. He did have the triple remnant. Might have been able to get the kill, but he will opt to play it safe.
Okay, now we see this Broodmother starting to infest towards the middle lane to help the team take the... I think I like this play a lot from Broodmother. It got popularized by Ice and Zai. I think it's a very good play for Broodmother to not only be on their own lane, but to help the other lanes as well.
Yeah, the other player that did a really good job of it at TI was XZ as well for C-Deck. We'll see Johnny taking a lot of damage here bottom lane.
Oh no, they didn't drop the urn on the anti-mage. That was unfortunate. That was a kill if he dropped the urn on anti-mage. That was really, really unfortunate for them. They thought they had the kill. Greedy.
Very close call. Andy sitting back mid, just trying to get level 6 on the Tusk. He's had a very slow start here as the offlaner. You see the enemy support Spirit Breaker running around, already level 6 and chained. The offlane Brood, level 9. Who2Bet feeling very claustrophobic right now as they make their going cuckoo, but they're just a bit too mobile with the phase boots. The Fiery Soul move speed will make it out.
I think his snowball. I think his snowball was on cooldown. That's why they couldn't go in. Otherwise, they would have actually definitely gone for that kill. So that was another kill opportunity missed. So I guess it's even now. Each side missing 1 kill apiece. And right now, we can talk about what Broodmother is going to build now. Because usually Broodmother can top lane. They're going to try and kill Trolley. But Trolley has a spirit.
They may try, but killing him is a different matter.
Yeah, Trolley has a spirit behind him this time, not repeating the mistake he made the last time around. So right now, it comes to a junction where Broodmother has a lot of choices on what to build in the game. And do you like the Desolator build? I think some players actually like the Desolator build a lot, so you can actually go Roche.
I like it. I also like the medallion pickup situationally as well. We'll see Bimbo getting caught out though. This time, not so lucky. Walrus Punch with the Static Storm. is enough to bring him down. Meanwhile, Cuckoo, oh, almost finished off, but Jesse Best tries to save him. Queen of Pain ultimate will say no. Closes the door, but does open up another as Jules will take this time to push him bottom.
That's 2 big kills for Who2Bet. They got both the cores, so I think that was really bad for Mineski to give away two of the kills there. They should have just tried to get out, but they still tried to maybe get a rebuttal kill, but in the end, it wasn't a good decision for the Lina. But good news is, they got a tier 2 for the Broodmother.
Yeah.
So what did he actually purchase? He bought something. Oh, he's going Orchid. I think it's good this game.
He is really far ahead.
Yeah, it's really good this game because you want to kill the... If you want to kill the Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage, you need Orchid.
And this Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage not exactly racking up the farm at this point, so it's going to be a pretty big window to have the Orchid, and they have the map control to look to pin this Anti-Mage back in his base. 3 tier 1s now down. The tier 2 bottom also has fallen. Mineski with the map control advantage, pushing in mid, just constantly posting up on Who2Bet. They will look for the tower. Last hit QJ trying for the deny, won't get it. And now Jesse Vash in a bit of a pickle. He gets immediately uppercutted up in the air. The ice shards come through, and Fade Bolt prevents any sort of defensive counterplay. In the meanwhile, bottom lane, your anti-mage, Johnny, barely able to blink into the trees and make his way out. But he is not having an easy time farming.
Yeah. Mineski might be giving some kills here and there, but they're still, like, if you look at the bigger picture, they're still getting more map control. They're taking towers, and the Broodmother still getting really huge. I think once he gets the Orchid, it's going to be very hard for them to go to the lanes and farm. He's actually very close. He needs another like 500 gold, 600 gold. So he's really, really close to that. Just needs the recipe.
Looking at other item pickups here for Mineski, we will see Bimbo go straight to the Yasha, so seems the Manta style build may be the choice for him, not opting for a Battle Fury Rush. Cuckoo looks like a Yule Scepter should be on the courier. I was gonna say he's a very poor Lina if he doesn't have anything there.
The Yasha is really weird though because Queen is not going for Orchid. Queen had a point booster, so not sure.
Ember flying back towards the middle lane, and
he revealed the smoke.
Did he reveal it while he was? Yeah. The Remnant revealed it. Oh, or the use of the Remnant rather. Yeah. Meanwhile, gonna find a kill top. It looks like on the Johnny solo kill by Bimbo. That's gonna leave a mark. Sylvie could be next here. Laguna Blade. Oh, too late on the silence. X-Nova trying desperately to turn that one around. He doesn't have mana for a glimpse. He gets stunned by the Lina, and Cuckoo finishes off too. The nice double kill takedown. All the while, it's 4v5 Dodo WinteR. They've still got the Brood bottom lane.
And now Orchid is online 40 minutes into the game. This is really, really bad. I think it's going to be just a casual Yasha though. I'm not sure if he will actually complete. The Manta seems a bit weird though. There's nothing for him to dodge here. Apart from... You usually build it just because if the Queen of Pain is getting Orchid. But Queen of Pain is not getting Orchid this game.
You can Manta dodge Glimpse if you time it perfectly, right?
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean, I don't think that's a reason to get a Manta.
Yeah, it's not a big point at why you get Manta on.
Yeah, you get Glimpse and then you probably have your Flame Guard up and just Remnant away if he doesn't already have Static Storm down. So.
Yasha is just a really good item, I think, on Amber. But I don't think Manta is that good this game. It's not so useful compared to other games, maybe.
We will see. Bimbo still hasn't opted to purchase the next component, so... Definitely could be saving straight for a Battle Fury. Jules, with the Orchid now complete, he's taken over the Radiant Jungle, and well, he does see the Anti-Mage. And it feels like anytime this Anti-Mage shows himself WinteR, he's got to have backup. They can no longer just allow him to farm on his own.
If he's alone, one charge from the Spirit Breaker, and he's dead with the Brood. So this is the power of the lineup where Spirit Breaker has a support and you have Brood. The Brood can do so many things. Oh no, Brood is going to get scouted here.
Are they baiting him? It looks like they are, but the charge is coming in, and these two heroes very strong as a tandem. The Spider lane's forcing QJ back. Jules will opt to silence one of the supports instead. Snowball coming through. Cuckoo also arriving. That charge still a bit of a ways off. Cuckoo now trapped in the Static Storm. He will defensively use to try to stay alive. Jules at full HP all the while. The Lina not brought down yet. The Urn charge, offensive and defensive combined. He doesn't get off. Oh, he does get off the follow-up stun, but not enough damage. They actually had the full 5-man contingent here in the bottom lane, taking down the Lina. Johnny will surge forward, but they're not done yet. It's Bimbo's turn to come in. Mineski a bit haphazard here. One at a time. They get off the 2-hero chains. Charge about to complete, and it will be a 3-hero charge. Jules on the backside, sniping the low HP Rubik. And meanwhile, Ryo may pay the price. He will Spirit Breaker down. Still no WinteR's Curse. They're a bit lacking here on the damage. Mineski just all over the place, one at a time, in and out. They just can't make up their minds if they want to engage or not. Holding the Winter's Curse, Snowball flying through onto Jules. Andy looking to make the retreat, but he will be slowed down by Jules here. Winter's Curse still being held. They're not committing for anything. The Ember Spirit will bring down the Disruptor. Walrus Punch even used, but not sufficient. Now they Orchid. Johnny at the final moment. Where's that Curse? Just barely getting it off. They have the chains follow up and will be enough to lock him down and finish him off. The lone survivor, a very, very unhealthy Sylvie, Queen of Pain, hiding in the trees and retreating back.
You have to commend the patience of Jesse Vash. He could have used it so many times, but he just waited and waited and waited until he wanted to kill the AM so badly. He just wanted to save it for him. So I mean, you have to commend his patience there throughout the fight.
It worked. He got the kill in the AM. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, it was a really big kill for them to have. So right now, Mineski, after winning the fight, obviously you go for Roche and then just cruise control of the game. So he bought something.
The medallion?
Yeah, Battle Fury. No, I mean the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, I guess casual Yasha is fine. It's just, I don't really expect him to do anything else apart from casual Yasha. It's more like you're getting ready just in case if someone gets, like Queen of Pain gets an all-kit, but if the Queen of Pain is not getting an all-kit, then you can just leave it. Like casual Yasha is a good item on Ember.
He may have just had it on his quick buy, like expecting Quap to go Orchid and then thought he was about to die, just buys the Yasha, you know. Oh, she's actually not. Okay, I won't complete the Mantle style, so.
Yeah, it could be a case of that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still not something that you feel like, oh, I wasted my gold on that. It's still a useful item on Ember.
Long range charge towards the top lane. Ryo is going deep for this one, but little does he know, there's a lot of heroes here. They're actually moving forward onto the Ember Spirit of Bimbo. They expect the anti-mage to survive, and he will. In fact, glimpsing back, Ryo heads the other direction. They will now steal the charge. That's an angry Rube. It comes right in, gets the stun on Ryo, completely surrounded and taken down. Mineski very haphazard here, one at a time, getting a bit cocky and getting punished for it.
They need to get a gem sometime soon to remove the vision from Who2Bet to further solidify their lead.
Top tower is under attack.
And by the way, Lina wasn't there at the fight though. She was the one holding the Aegis, so they're gonna wait for her to come in and 10 seconds until the two other heroes spawn. They're gonna try to buy time for the Broodmother to do her own thing.
Good ward here by the Radiant though. We'll see Cuckoo moving in. Let's see if that gives them pause. They may try to jump him.
Oh, Glimpse. Yes, Glimpse for this.
They have the charge available. Another strike will go off right before the Glimpse sends him right back to the well, and that should be sufficient. No, Andy with the snowball dodge. The Lina stun not going to connect. Now Jesse Bash is in trouble. He's completely chain stun and focused down. Doesn't get off the wall or the Winter Wyvern curse, and now a slave finishing off a retreating Tusk is Cuckoo. It's his turn to run in too deep. He'll end up going down. Bimbo now into the fray, but Mineski just running in one at a time into 3-4 heroes. Ryo will return the fight. They've got the extra life on Cuckoo, coming back and looking to take down the Queen of Pain. Stuns there. Follow-up slave. Do they have the firepower to finish off Sylvie? Yes, they do. And all the while, Jules infesting the bottom lane. He'll take down the tower. Can anybody dislodge him? They'll have to buy back on the Tusk, and Jules now will just scurry away.
That was really tough for them. They lost 3 heroes, they were forced to use the buyback, and the tower, the tier 3 tower was gone at bottom Mima. So that was a huge loss for Who2Bet.
And it feels like the game plan for Mineski is, even if it looks a little bit disoriented or here's running one at a time, it's all about the Brood. They take the tower. Jules, he's a man with one objective, just be a pest in the bottom side of the map.
Objective-based gaming, yeah, something you don't see too much from the Pinoy teams.
Mineski, they do have some. At this point, it's fair to say, WinteR, they're all big veterans. You know, these guys have been around for longer than I've been casting in the competitive scene. Bit of an engagement here. Ryo looking to harass Johnny back. Doesn't get his 17%.
Or kill at bottom. They smoked up the Wyvern. Not sure. It might be very risky though. There's so many heroes around.
Risky has never phased Jules before as he decides to go all the way towards the enemy well to drop a ward. That's a next level ward.
That was really good play.
Uh-oh. Might get caught out here though. Blink Scream trying to cancel his mobility. The range creep not gonna be able to scout him out for too long, but the courier comes in and Jules.
They see him.
They saw him for a moment there. Now he's back under the webs. And he's able to retreat out successfully. With Cuckoo arriving, he's got his Aghanims complete now. Anti-Mage just got a whole lot squishier.
Oh, here comes the charge.
There's the curse. That Ag's ready to rock and roll. It brings Sylvie down, and with the Broodmother snipe, will be sufficient for the kill from the Spiderlings. While that's going on, the Ember Spirit engages on mid. They take down the Anti-Mage. Spirit Breaker will be the trade as Cuckoo looks for the setup. Starts with the Yules. Follow-up stun is there as he gets glimpsed back, but seems that's enough. Bimbo gets the double kill. Mr. Trolley and Jules. Again, the story of this game is meanwhile Broodmother. And once again, meanwhile Broodmother farming the bottom lane. Now the silence onto QJ. The big dive. There's the chains. Doesn't end up getting the connection on QJ, but we'll settle for the Disruptor takedown. Mineski in full control of this game, number 1. Up 14,000 gold, 12,000 experience, and about to take their first lane of Rax, if not the GG.
I think this game is really more or less going to be Mineski's game to lose. They can only lose if they make a mistake, and it's all on them. They are in full control. They can just proceed to take out another set of Rax fairly soon. I think there's not much Who2Bet can do. AM is not farmed enough to actually help his team right now. He's very far behind.
And so much lockdown for the Anti-Mage now. A Blink Dagger up on the Wyvern. You've got the mobility of Ember as well as Spirit Breaker. Even that Glimmer Cape now picked up to make him a bit tankier and sneakier around the map. And not to mention the Lina, who's also picked up a Blink. So
16.
Good luck
She's
farming
16.
if you're Johnny.
Yeah, she's 16. One zap, AM is like 200 HP left.
This is where the Lina is just so scary. If you only have one farmed core, and especially someone like Anti-Mage who relies on his abilities rather than raw HP to be tanky.
That's why I think the stronger teams in C are the only teams that are actually prioritizing Lina. I think Lina is just such a good pick now. We've seen like a lot of teams that are not actually picking Lina in the first phase, apart from Fnatic. And we see today Mineski also is another team that prioritizes in getting the Lina in the whenever they can.
And it seems to be working here. That Lina atop the net worth charts along with Jules. They are going to push in the top lane here, but Who2Bet look to engage. They Glimmer and QJ as they look for initiation, but a 2-hero bash comes out. Dust gets deployed. Sylvie, silence, focused by the Nether Strike, then the follow Winter's Curse, looking to now bring down the Anti-Mage, but the Laguna Blade will be tossed out, and in the end, the Lina will be the one that ends up going down. Andy could be in danger here, glimmering, trying to retreat his way back. Jules still poking at him, just pecking away with this Broodmother. Doesn't have much damage as the ultimate has weared off. Orchid was available to get it off in the nick of time. Now he will be put under, kept alive for the moment. Sleight of Fist coming through, not enough damage. But the Anti-Mage is the man that gets silenced, and they're just going to auto-attack him down. He's so low. Earn, and one more Sleight finishes him off. Bimbo ends his fate. And with that, a GG from Johnny. Who2Bet get clobbered here in game number 1.
Just very, I think a lot of it came down to the strategy though. I feel Mineski had the much better strategy coming into this game. The last pick was just a really good last pick. The Broodmother caught them by surprise and it just ruined everything for Who2Bet. Well played.
Indeed it was, WinteR, and I think like you said, this Lina, which was I would say one of the heroes that rose the most in prominence at the International, is showing once again that until a patch is released, she is a hero to be feared.
One zap to rule them all, my friend.
And you look at the last pick, Broodmother, as well. They really didn't have the best solutions for it. So really well drafted by Mineski. Strong play, at times a little over aggressive, but that is Mineski Dota for you. They always make it fun for the fans.
That is actually C Dota, my friend.
Yes,
Every
true.
team in C does that.
All right. Well, with that said, guys, it's a best of 3. We'll be right back. You're watching the BTS series, the SEA Cup number 1. We've got 5 more of these planned over the next year. Lots of great SEA action coming your way, and we'll be back for that game number 2. Of course, he's WinteR. You can follow him at WinteR Dota. Myself at LD Dota. Game 2 after this.
Behold, a subtle bird